David Rose and Patrick Brewer gave gay men something television had rarely allowed them to have, a love story that did not need to fight for permission to exist. Dan Levy, who turned 43 this weekend, did not create Schitt's Creek as a show about LGBTQ rights. You heard that right. He created a comedy about a wealthy family losing everything and being forced to rebuild their lives in a small town they once purchased as a joke. Yet within that ridiculous premise, Levy made one of the most quietly radical decisions in modern television history. He imagined a community where homophobia was not part of the story. David's sexuality mattered. His relationship with Patrick mattered. But nobody in Schitt's Creek needed to punish them for it. There was no hateful neighbor trying to close their business. No parent rejecting a gay son. No town controversy surrounding their wedding. No storyline insisting that queer love had to suffer before viewers would consider it meaningful. Swiss beach volleyball star Leo Dillier has publicly come out as gay while pursuing one of the biggest goals of his career, competing at the Olympic Games. The 25-year-old announced his sexuality in a personal video and message shared on social media. For Dillier, the announcement was about considerably more than simply telling the public something about his private life. He wants to challenge assumptions about masculinity in elite men's sport and become the kind of visible LGBTQ athlete he desperately wished he could have seen as a teenager. Dillier said that accepting himself within the culture of high-level sport had not always been easy. He described feeling as though he did not entirely fit the image of what an elite male athlete was supposed to be. What he wanted then was an openly gay elite athlete he could identify with. He could not find one. I hope that by sharing my story, I can be the role model I once needed myself, he wrote.
The 22-year-old who works at his family's bagel shop has made political and LGBTQ+ history in Rutherford County, Tennessee. Brendan Dowdy won the District 13 seat on the Rutherford County Commission on August 6th. The victory makes Dowdy the youngest person ever elected to the Rutherford County Commission. It also makes him the first openly gay person ever elected to office in Rutherford County. The milestone is particularly notable because Rutherford County sits in a deeply conservative part of Tennessee. Dowdy's victory came in an open Republican-held seat rather than against an incumbent. In Pride Month posts, he has spoken about living authentically and refusing to allow political hostility to define queer people's lives. He has also publicly shared his relationship and thanked his boyfriend for supporting him and allowing him to be himself. The contrast with the county's recent LGBTQ+ controversies is difficult to ignore. In March, the county was making national news over the removal of LGBTQ+ themed children's books. In August, voters were making history by electing the county's first openly gay official. For the first time, an openly gay resident will have a direct voice in decisions made by the county government. After a nearly 4-year legal battle, Fabiana Banzer and Scarlett Rocha became the first same-sex couple to be civilly married in the South American country of Bolivia. Despite these women's recent wedding, the country's constitution still forbids same-sex marriages. Nevertheless, their legal victory could open the door to other same-sex couples eventually marrying. Banzer and Rocha are the second same-sex couple to win legal recognition from their home country. In December 2020, David Arequipa and Guido Montano won their court battle to become the first same-sex couple to register their partnership as a civil union, a form of legal recognition that bestows many of the same legal privileges as marriage. While Bolivia doesn't criminalize same-sex sexual encounters and has LGBTQ+ anti-discrimination protections, same-sex couples and partners aren't legally allowed to adopt children. Lesbian couples aren't guaranteed access to in vitro fertilization, IVF, and conversion therapy remains legal.